Everybody, welcome back to another episode of Side DFS Fantasy NFL Picks. I'm Mr. Megaro 31. I just have to apologize for the showdown videos recently. It was like 2 Mondays ago. Sound wasn't on it, and then there were a couple other ones that I had for Thursday night football, and they just didn't upload for some reason. When they got put on YouTube, they weren't there. They weren't working correctly, so I believe the sound's working now. I believe everything's all good. And the only thing that's not good is probably this game. Should be very low total, 38.5. Good games push like 50. So, and I don't think that's necessarily means it's going to be a great defensive battle, but I guess be more than like a struggle on offense for both these teams to get going. So, in cash here, I think my optimal build is to take both running backs. The Jets do have a good defense, but they lost two key defensive linemen to injuries last game. So I really think they're going to be vulnerable. And Stevenson has just been. Mayo came out and said, we just want to pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock. And that's what they're doing with Stevenson. That's their offense. They throw a little bit, but I think that's pretty much where they're going to go. He's going to get the carries. And I like him. And Hall is just one of the best running backs in the NFL. I know Braylon Allen came and poached 2 touchdowns on him last week, but I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Hall's going to be the guy. He's going to get the catches. He's going to get the workload. He's going to have a very good day. And even though I think that the Jets' interior defense is going to be susceptible to the run, I think overall that they will do well. And that's why I'm going to have them as the third piece in my cash optimal build. I think that they really stifle the Patriots, that they have a chance to make some interceptions if they are trailing late and starting to throw the ball. They just haven't had success with that. I think it can lead to sacks. I think it can lead to turnovers, and I think it can definitely lead to them having a good day there. So cash fill-ins, the New England D, I really like them. Sly is the kicker for the Patriots. Think he's had at least like 2 or 3 field goals in the first couple of games. Rodgers, I think, is a cash play, and then Wilson, I think, is a cash play if you want to build like with some more Jets offense there to go with Hall in the defense and Stevenson as kind of the run back. I think you have enough salary to do that because there are some cheap punts that you can put in there to fill out and finish up your lineup. In GPP, give me Mike Williams. They paid this guy a lot of money. They brought him back slowly the first couple of weeks because of his injury, but I think he's ready to go and play a full game with full snap counts and everything, and definitely a decent home run threat there. So pair him with Rodgers and GBP, and I'm going to run it back with the only guy that's caught a lot of passes for New England and Hunter Henry. So they've been using him like week 1. He was very quiet. He had like 12 targets and I think 8 receptions for like a buck 10 last week. So compared to their other wide receivers, like Henry's ran like 87% of the routes. Whereas the other guys, Douglas has been out there since 75. Everybody else has been like 65% or less. And their target rate has been in the single digits besides Osborne. I think he's going to be kind of the deep threat there. So Henry's the one I like to just rack up the catches and the yardage if they do switch to passing game. And if Rodgers and Williams are clicking and they have a couple like long touchdown passes and they need to catch up, then Henry's where they're probably going to go. So Brissett, I like in the GPP build. Allen, if you want to think that he's going to have the hot hand again and poach touchdowns away from Paul, I think he's going to have his prices come up a lot. I think he's like up to 52 now compared to where he was last time. So you're going to pay. He's still a mid range guy, but he's not like that cheap guy after last week. And then Douglas, he's fallen to like wide receiver 3 on the depth chart, where I thought he would be like the number 1. So it seems like Polk and Osborne are the ones that are out there. But I mean, he's still probably one of their best ones. He has the second most route percentage out there, but only 6% target share, and his passes are all short. Like his air yards, I think, were less than 5%. So that's kind of concerning me. Is this the one where he breaks out? Maybe. It all depends on how they line up. Remember, the Jets are very good on the outside, a little bit vulnerable or inside. That's why I like tight end. But I think Thornton's one that's probably going to line up on the outside the most. So that's why he's not on the board here because I think he's going to struggle um, the most against this Jet defense. And then Lazard's there sandwiched between Wilson and Williams, and someone that plays the slot. He rotates with Gibson, but it seems like Lazard's starting to get more of the share. It's supposed to be like pretty even, but he's like 78% of the routes there with a 22% target share. So uh, that although Williams only had 2% with like being limited, so I think that he might get up there and that might be into Lazard. But if it doesn't, then I think if you play him in a GPP at lower ownership because people think that Williams is coming back, he's going to eat into Lazard, and it doesn't go that way, then that gives you some leverage on the field. Contrarian build, I'm going to take Polk or Osborne. Again, this passing game has not been great. The Jets are good on the outside, but if one of them is in the slot there, or just overall, if they're just um, behind and just like chucking the ball, then maybe one of them can capture some lightning in the bottle. Got to pair up shot with that too, because again, this is a contrarian build. It's the weakest thing in the game is going to be the passing game from the Patriots. So that's what I want to target is because nobody's probably going to go there. And I'll run it back with Garrett Wilson that if for some reason Patriots come out and like they surprise Cincinnati, surprise the Jets and put up some touchdowns early with Polk, catching a couple more or Osborne being the hot hand this round, then they're going to need Wilson to make some plays to get him back in it. So the punts are going to be Gibson again. He's I thought he was going to rotate with Lazard as like their wide receiver 3 in the slot, but he really hasn't. But if there's an injury or something, maybe he pops into it. Conklin, the tight end, has been a little bit involved in the passing game too. It's he's been out there 73% of the routes, but again, with Mike Williams coming back, is that going to eat into it? But he's only had a 5% target share. And now at the red zone, it seems like they're using Hall and their running backs as more than like trying to look for a tight end. But we know that Rodgers has a good history with tight ends, and I think if they do get down there and the running game's not working, that you might see a pass there and it could catch a touchdown. Ruckert would be the backup tight end, so would Cooper, and every so often they get in there and poach a touchdown, and nobody has them, and helps you take down a GPP. So I'm going to go with Conklin as the cheap captain and pair with Rodgers and Stevenson, just in case. Like I said, Rodgers over the years has had a great relationship with his tight ends when he was in Green Bay, and hopefully that will start to develop here. Again, it looks like it's going to be Hall and like Lazard, who he's had chemistry with from before, but Conklin, I think, could potentially be in play. So I think that pretty much covers everybody on the board. There are some other fringe guys out there I'm not really interested in, but I think low scoring games. So I'm going to be playing more defenses, more kickers, more running backs, and GPPs are going to take some shots that maybe one team breaks out a little bit offensively. But then again, you probably want to run it back with the running back and the defense, because if they do, then they're probably just going to start pounding the ball and take the air out of it and try to run the clock out and preserve that lead. So we got for you. If you have any questions, put them in the chat below. Hit me up at MegaRoar31 on Twitter/X. And it's a great day for DFS here because we have WNBA tonight. We got Major League Baseball. We got NASCAR Truck Series at Bristol. We've got NFL. So and there's been soccer going on all day. So for a low price of $6, go to the description of the video and you can get to the link to our pricing page, and then you can get into our Discord and get all our cores and all our information on everything for tonight. And it's another good night potentially to use your crown bonus with so much going on. So thank you for watching. If your videos help us back, like, subscribe, share, and share with your friends. And I'm going to get out of here so I can get this up so you have enough time during dinner to look it over and make your lineups and check out our MLB coverage for tonight. And I'll be back for the weekend preview for week 3. And also we'll have NASCAR every single night. So lots coming up. Good sports weekend. So hope you this Thursday starts your weekend off a little bit early, Friday Eve, very well. So good luck in your contest, and I'll see you next time.